We're with Wellington manager Darren Manning after a 3-0 defeat at home to K Sports. Darren was having a little chat just before there. 3 soft goals and we're the architects of our own downfall.
Massively. It's a funny game, that, because for me, we've probably been kind of the better team in a weird way. We kept the ball better than them. We got into good areas. We didn't do anything with it. Like, it's all right having the ball, but if you don't do anything with it, what's the point? And then we've just given them 3 goals, absolutely handed them to him on a plate. I feel like I'm a broken record. It's exactly the same as the Homesdale game. Just absolutely giving them 3 golden chances. Don't get me wrong, they've hit the post and stuff as well, which is a good strike, but we've just not been at it from minute one. And I've just said to the boys there that they took a poor training session Wednesday into a poor warm-up, into a poor game. And at this level of football, you're not good enough to switch it on and off when you want. Premier League players can't turn it on and off when they want. You have to be there or thereabouts, especially mentality-wise, to achieve something. And we was miles off it today, miles off it all over the pitch. And when you have 1 or 2 that are off it, you can get away with it. But when you've got 6 or 7, you've got no chance. And that was us today.
You had to change it around today, though, Darren, for whatever reasons. 2 new players, or 2 defensive partnership in the middle.
With Greg and Nelson as 2 holding midfielders. Yeah, unfortunately Scarbs has been ill all week, so he wasn't fit to start. So we went with a bit of a boxing midfield with 2 10s, and we identified they had a very, very glaring weakness, which was out wide. So we changed it, we changed shape, and we was on top. It was just after their goal we changed the shape, and I don't know what the lino seen to disallow our goal to go 1-1. There's a player on the line, the goalkeeper's behind the ball, and I think there was even another player, and I don't know what he's seen to give it offside.
So we'll
yeah, I have no idea what he's seen then, but
that's a big moment, though.
Yeah, but it's ifs and buts, Tom.
We had them penned in, didn't we?
Yeah,
we equalised there.
I get what you're saying, but I don't deal in ifs and buts. It's the facts, and it was disallowed, and we crumbled after that. If I'm honest with you, we crumbled, and it goes down to the mentality side of things again. And I know the clubs come from Sunday League, but there's too many players with Sunday League mentalities and think they're just turning up here to have a bit of fun and play a bit of football on a Saturday. That don't wash with me. You're either all in or you're all out. Simple as that. I'm not having people that are half-hearted with what they want to do. If they want to come here and stroll around, do a few step-overs, they can go and find another club. It's as simple as that. There's too many today that are having too many touches, trying to do too much on their own. We weren't a team today. Where last week we was a team, we weren't a team today. It's as simple as that, mate.
Do you think off the ball we were good enough defensively today, because they seemed to be able to get in the same position time after time?
We was very passive out of possession today. We didn't press. We didn't have any intent about us. There was just no enthusiasm, Tom. There was no enthusiasm to want to defend. And that was a main downfall today. We was far too passive, especially the first goal. He's gone about 10 yards and then had time to smash it in the bottom corner. You can't do that at this level of football. Players are good enough to score from there. And then the second goal from the free kick, he's just run through. We've switched off. He's run through us and he's just put it straight through Ryan. And no, all round passive, I think, is the main word to use without the ball. And yeah, just not good enough as a whole.
You said something to me a couple of weeks ago. You said, how many teams have given us goals this season?
None.
And the answer was none. And yet again today we've given
goals.
So
against Homesdale and today. That's 7 goals in 2 games we've given away. That's horrendous. And me being a defender, that can't happen. It's as simple as that. It can't happen. You say, how do we stop it? We've got a centre half that we brought in. He'll go a long way to help in that. We've got Dennis missing, which is another big part of our defence. Costa. So there's defensive players missing, and I must give Sam some credit today. He's played out of position as a left side centre half, and he was brilliant. Sam, for his first start back and his first 90 back from injury, he can hold his head high today. He was extremely good there. Coleman, again, Coleman's Coleman. He's good. Coleman. He does what we ask, and he was good. He was good today. But there's too many that weren't good and gave them opportunities and gave them goals. And this level of football, you can't do that. You get punished.
We move on. Training again this week, and a really hard game. If you defend like that at Deal next week, it could be.
Exactly. I've just literally said that in there. It's a massive game next week. Don't get me wrong. For me, every game is massive, and it's only massive if you want it to be. And it's important. It's important because I'm striving for consistency, and I'm questioning a few of them whether they're actually able to do it. It's not through want of trying, but you have to be a certain level of mentality and ability to be able to achieve consistency. And now it's questionable for me if certain members of our squad can achieve it, because you don't achieve success without being consistent. It's as simple as that. You can't go through seasons winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. It's not good enough. Simple as that. You need to be able to put consistent performances together. Not so much about the results either. It's the performances. Can we put 2 performances in a spin? Can we put 3? Can we put 4? That's when we know our methods are starting to work. And at the moment, yeah, there's question marks.
Have you got thoughts in your mind of what you're going to do?
Yeah.
What you might do now, if you think you've had enough time now to make some decisions that you had
150%. There's, mate, we're in a process. Like I've said, I hate them sort of words, but they are true. And
do you feel though now that you've given the players here that needed a chance where you can get a bit ruthless?
They had the chance, and after the Homesdale there was no more chances. They after Homesdale there was no more chances. So they've had a couple of weeks, and the boys have been, in general, good. But it's just when we're bad, we're very bad. That's the problem. That's what's concerning, is when we're not at it, we're very poor. And that can't happen. We need to get to a stage where when we're not at it, we nick a 1-0. Or it's a 0-0 or a 1-1, not 3-0 defeat, 4-0 defeat. That's the bit that's concerning, is that when we're not at it, we're conceding far too many goals. And the good teams, when they're not at it, the Sheppies, Glebes, Chatham, Erith Belvedere, Erith, when they're not at it, they'll still nick a result. And that's where we need to get to.
You've got players waiting to come back in. You've got Costa, you've got Michael Agbula, will he be?
Yeah,
in
he'll be fit for Saturday. He'll be fit for Saturday.
You signed 2 players. Well, one played in
midfield.
today.
Yeah, Greg Frederick.
Happy at times with him? Or?
Yeah, I know what I'm getting with Greg. He's a player I trust wholeheartedly. He hasn't played for a few weeks, and I think that showed at times today. A little bit rusty in his play, but Greg will be fantastic for us. Gives us a little bit of everything in that department. But no, it was good to get him back on the pitch, get the rust off, and get him moving forward.
Do you think we're lacking at goals? Is a striker on your radar?
Ollie come in yesterday. We signed Ollie yesterday, and if anything, he scores there. But the referee, the linesman's disallowed it. So what Ollie does, Ollie scores goals, and we've beat off some very stiff competition to get him at the club. So now we just need him to hit the ground running, which I know he will. It's the 3rd time I've signed him. I know exactly what he's all about. I know exactly what I need to do to get the best out of him. It's just now getting that time on the training pitch and on the grass here to get him flying.
Well, thanks for talking to us after the game, Dave.
Always, mate.
We'll see you on Saturday.
This is my favourite part sometimes.
And we'll look for a good performance on Saturday.
That's the plan, mate. That's the plan. Thank you very much, Tom.
Cheers, mate.